Okay, I just got back from seeing Rogue One, and this is my non spoiler initial review of the movie, initial impressions. Just a little disclaimer here. I am a Star Wars fan, especially of the original trilogy. Uh, the following trilogy, like the prequels, not as much. I more like rank them like episode 5, episode 4, episode 6 as my favorites in that order, and then 3, 2, 1. And episode 7, I'm still a little bit up in the air about. But anyway, um, so there is one thing that I guess I don't think this is a spoiler because there's been enough stuff out there, but the events are pretty closely tied to the events in the original movie, which now people call A New Hope. Um, but anyway, I'll start with like the things that I thought were a little bit negative, or not even negative, but kind of neutral. The first half hour is a little bit slow for me. There's character development, of course, and everything like that, but it didn't like start with a big bang like a lot of Star Wars movies do for me. Also, I didn't think the acting was all that great from the main characters. It was fine, but it was a little bit flat. And another thing is pay really close attention at the beginning, because there's like several scenes that jump from different planets. Like you're on one planet, then all of a sudden they shoot to another planet. So really watch the bottom left-hand side of the screen and figure out which planet you're on. Don't blink. With that being said, then I'll get to the parts that I loved. Great hand-to-hand fights, blaster battles, really, really fun. In fact, there's like some kung fu. So if you're into martial arts, you're really going to like this. Really neat stuff. The ship-to-ship battles are amazing, and there's several of them, and there's some really big ones, and some capital ships are involved, so it's really cool. Plus, a couple new interesting fighters, and a ship that's brand new to me that plays an integral part in the climax of the movie. Like I said, I'm not going to spoil anything for you, so keep on watching this video. But there's some really neat new stuff that is in total keeping with the Star Wars sense of fun. And the scenes are really sweeping, big vistas. You feel like you're in these wide open spaces. You can get a sense of height. You get a sense of being in the cockpit and flying, and it's a lot of fun. The different planets are neat. There's one that's like rainy all the time. There's like a semi-arid planet. There's a tropical planet. There's neat locations. Really nicely done. The pacing of the movie, other than the first half hour, is really nice. Not like too crazy where there's just stuff flying at you. I thought there were some really great supporting characters. I thought the supporting characters were really neat, and there were two in particular that I came to really enjoy. And there's our funny robot, and he's funnier in a different way than C-3PO. You're not laughing at him, you're kind of laughing with him, because he's saying kind of what you're thinking, and he's really intelligent. I kind of like that character a lot. Let's see. There were a few like conveniently unlikely scenes. There's one where people are standing in the rain for a particular reason. You'll know when you get there. You'll see what I mean. You'll be like, well, but I forgave that. It's not a big deal, because I felt that there were actual genuine emotions. I felt genuine emotions for these characters. I felt sadness when they weren't doing so well. I felt joy when they were doing well, and I was rooting for them. I really wanted them to win. Another nice thing the movie does is it shows like the Imperial side for a change. Instead of focusing entirely on the rebels, you get to see what the Empire's up to, which a lot of the other movies didn't really get into great detail. But you see kind of like the workings of the bureaucracy a little bit, which is neat, I thought. This movie also ties in some Jedi lore from like the video games. There's like a Jedi temple, pretty neat kind of stuff. There's lots of cameos. Lots of cameos. I can't wait to go see this movie again just to look for more cameos. There were things that happened there were characters I haven't thought about in, 20, 30 years that like pop back up again. And it's really neat. And some of the cameos were really quick and in and out. And then some of them were like integral characters to the story. There's a lot of neat surprises there too. Also, if you haven't watched A New Hope in a while, the original Star Wars, I'd watch it. If you're not going to go today, like I'd watch that movie first, and a lot of these, it's going to make a lot more sense. You're going to be reminded of a lot of these characters and things that happened. And I guess that's sort of kind of a spoiler, but not really. I don't think. So my conclusion is, just go see this movie. It was, in my opinion, way better than Episode 7. I can't wait to go see it again. I think this is going to become one of my favorite Star Wars movies. And yeah, I'm really enthusiastic about it, as you can probably tell by the tone of my voice. And just go see it. And then maybe in a week or two, I'll actually give you a full review with spoilers, because I don't want to ruin it for anybody, because I didn't watch anything before this. Just very, very little idea what the plot was about. So anyway, go see it, have a good time, and let me know what you think.